jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
What's going on, everyone? Salute to you. Big shout out to everybody on deck. Bruce Gaz, Boxing Jazz, and more. Mark Nash TV on deck. What's good? Al Money on deck. Salute to you. Samad on deck. Peace and blessings below. Salute WCS. Certified. Stamp the like button. Salute to you. Andrew Charles, what's good? Hey, y'all, there's no need to do a mic check. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'd be waiting for people to try to come in here, for what they see. And then, like I said the other day, it was from a phone call. But like I mentioned yesterday, this is the last time it's going to happen. I just be trying to, have the room build up a little bit for people to get on deck. This is the last time, instead of me actually starting it off the way I usually start it off. That's all I'm saying. It's nothing personal. I was just, sometimes waiting for the room to fill up a little bit. But James on deck, what's good? Andrew Charles, what's good? Big Blunts and Boxing, what's good? What's good? So let's get down to it, man. Pretty much, I gave you all a little visual. Nonverbal communication is the most of everything in life. It's 65% of verbal. Okay. So I showed you early, you know what I'm saying? I showed you early of, Terrence Crawford's two-time undisputed, his box rec. All right. I was just doing some solid media, you know what I'm saying, for people to jump in here. And it's amazing to me, right? If you don't say anything initially, let's just say 15 to 20 minutes go by and things are going on. People will tend to not wait around and see what's to be said, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird. You know what I'm saying? They'll go right back to say, oh, okay, this is the way the mic. People know I don't start my shows like this. You know what I'm saying? I only did it like 3 times already, just 2 or 3 times, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's get down to it. Terrence Crawford's box rec is depicting the July 29th date. You know what I'm saying? It is on box rec. It's scheduled right now. 2-time undisputed, 39 victories, 0 defeats, and 30 KOs. It is what it is, man. It's official. You know what I'm saying? So say what you want. Say on box rec, this fight is on deck. You know what I'm saying? Finally, we get some credence. We get something that's solid. It's here. Let's get to this pound for pound criteria. I want to talk about the how and why certain individuals are rotated in and out the pound for pound list. So you look at number 1, Alexander Usyk, right? Okay, number 1. Number 2 is Naoya Inoue. Number 3 is Terrence Bud Crawford. Number 4, Errol Spence Jr. And number 5 is Saul Canelo Alvarez. All right. When we get down to understanding the first 5, that's pretty much solid. That's locked in. You know what I'm saying? They can rotate however they feel like, but it's not much. It's not much movement going on up here. It's not much activity. So we're going to get to, what could possibly give this a different look coming up, especially when it comes to July 29th. And also I have some questions about number 5, Saul Canelo Alvarez. All right. So let's get to number 6 through 10. Number 6 is Dimitri Bivol. Number 7 is Josh Taylor. Number 8 is Devin Haney. Number 9 is Gervonta Davis. Number 10 is Vasily Lomachenko. Now, my question that I propose to you all, the listeners, is what is the criteria? I don't know what the criteria is. I don't care if this is ring rankings. I want to know the criteria and just propose the question to you all. Number 10 is Vasily Lomachenko. I have absolutely no idea why he's still able to hold residence on the pound for pound list, bro. I don't freaking get it. It makes no sense to me that Vasily Lomachenko is here, but we'll leave him in the back. All right. We'll leave him in the back, and we're going to talk about everybody else from 9 to 6. Okay. We all know if we're looking at what is the criteria, is it how long they've been out the ring? Okay. Let's look at who's been out the ring for a year. We know Errol Spence haven't fought for over a year. He's scheduled to fight July 29th, but he's still on the pound for pound list where he's always been for a minute at number 4, right? We know he fought Yordenis Ugas back in April 16. And then we had Josh Taylor. His last fight was Jack Catterall, I believe, February 2022. He's been out the ring for over a year. All right. So, and Dimitri Bivol and Saul Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Davis, in a way, Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk, he fought Joshua back in August of 2022. So they're not counting. You know, we're only talking about maybe it has to do with how long you've been out the ring. And also, if you paid attention, a name that's missing off this list is Jermell Charlo. A name that's missing off this list is Jermell Charlo. They moved Jermell Charlo, who's a current reigning defending. He is in the same camp as Errol Spence. They moved this man totally off the list. And they have Vasyl Lomachenko holding down the lot. Who authorized him to have a dwelling on the pound for pound list and he has no titles? What the hell is going on? We just seen this man lose to Devin Haney. And we know ahead of time the back and forth verbal sparring that was going on between him and Devin Haney in ring, and they threw they threw Lomachenko on the list at number 7. Devin Haney defeats Lomachenko, and he gets sat at number 8. So I really can't argue the point because Josh Taylor, legit, he fought Jose Ramirez. He defended his titles, but then I look at Devin Haney defending his titles twice. So I had to go over here and pay attention to something. So I said, let me go up here and verify something right quick, because I'm trying to find out the criteria or how they view these fighters. What are the points that you're looking for? What is the validation to get them? So I look at Josh Taylor. He fought February 2022, Jack Catterall. Okay. He won the undisputed against Jose Ramirez back in February 2022. I mean, not February 2022, May of 2021. All right. He only had one fight in 21. And then he defended for the first time against Jack. So when you come over here and you look at Devin Haney, who's sitting behind him, who had 2 fights in Australia. One of those fights was defense of his titles. And also he just came off a defense of his titles with Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm asking myself, does that bleed over into the criteria for these fighters to move a slot, whether it's ascending or descending? And like shouldn't Josh Taylor be behind Devin Haney when you look at just the criteria? This man has been out the ring, y'all. Josh Taylor's been out the ring for over a year. He only defended his titles once, but yet Devin Haney defended his titles twice. No matter how you look at the second one, he's defended his titles twice. He is absolutely, to include the franchise belt, all of it, undisputed in the 4-belt era. So why is he at number 8? When Lomachenko was at number 7, prior to the fight happening, he defeats him and he doesn't take over the slot of 7, but they put him behind Josh Taylor. I don't get it. Gervonta Davis, he fights Ryan Garcia, who wasn't on the pound for pound list. It's a unique dynamic that they put him on the pound for pound list. That was more so by popular demand. The fight fans was out here talking, hey, this Gervonta Davis should be on the pound for pound list. Even though there's questions about who he's fought. You know what I'm saying? You can't say Ryan Garcia had that much weight, that much clout. He was out here just knocking heads off. For them to put Gervonta on the pound for pound list based off Ryan Garcia. But it gets a bit intriguing when it comes to Josh Taylor and Devin Haney, because Devin's defended his dang undisputed titles twice already. So that definitely holds a lot of weight. A lot of weight when you're talking about comparing Josh Taylor and Devin Haney. I'm just saying if we're going off based off defensive titles as undisputed title holders. Dimitri Bivol, who's sitting at number 6. My question is, what is the expiration date in his win over Canelo Alvarez? Because Canelo wasn't in his current reigning division as super middleweight undisputed world champion. He moved up to Dimitri Bivol's division. All right. Gilberto Ramirez, even though he was undefeated and he has over 40 professional fights at the time, I can't not call him a tomato. But the reason why Dmitry Bivol was placed on this list, a Russian fighter, you know what I'm saying? So off his win of Canelo Alvarez, that is long gone. He's already had a fight after that. The fighter that he fought after that did not hold the same boxing prestige as Canelo Alvarez. So when is the expiration date on the Dmitry Bivol? Because I can say that, real talk, like, you defeated a fighter that moved up a weight division. That's what you did. You didn't defeat him in the division that he's already holding his straps. Nor was Canelo reigning number one pound for pound either. But I'm just absolutely curious on how this all works out, because Jermell Charlo, who was on the pound for pound list, has been removed, and he's legitimate. He's legitimate, undisputed world champion at the super welterweight division. So please, someone explain to me, what did Jermell Charlo not do to sustain residence on the pound for pound list? What did he not do? He's holding belts. He's under the same tutelage and stable as Errol Spence Jr. He's out of the world-class boxing gym, right? So how can they slide this man out the back door and replace him with Lomachenko, bro? This makes no sense to me. This is not criteria. This is what you call misrepresentation. You know what I'm saying? We have no idea on what they're looking at, like line for line. What are you taking from the fighters to give them a scoring system? Are y'all just going to the board and they say, hey, these are the names we have? We're not really touching the top half, but we want to touch the back half of this pound for pound list. We want to just touch 6 through 10. For a long time, you know, at one point in time, they had Gennady Golovkin up here. One thing I can say about Ring, I just never seen black fighters hang out like that without titles. Without titles, man, just easily hang out on the pound for pound list of Ring. Gennady Golovkin was up here for a minute. Whenever I saw Juan Francisco Estrada up here, I already knew why he was up here. You know what I'm saying? I knew why he was up here. It's not like you have to be undefeated to be on this list, because Canelo is holding the top 5 slot down, and he's not undefeated. He's not undefeated. If you look at some of these fighters that's on the back end, Lomachenko has been defeated 3 times, bro. He has no freaking titles to his name. Active titles. He has no active titles to his name, but yet they keep this man holding down the pound for pound list. Why? Because Ring, I have to propose this question to you. If you threw Lomachenko on there to pretty much as a slap in the face to Devin Haney, and he wins the fight, why didn't you absolutely remove Lomachenko from the pound for pound and sustain Jermell Charlo's visibility on your pound for pound list? Because he's earned it. He's earned it. He's earned it. Where's another undisputed world titleist that's not on the pound for pound list like this? Now, initially, I know what you're going to say. Well, you know, when Devin won his titles, he wasn't either. But I understand that. But somehow, through the outcry of the boxing fans and everybody else, they spoke up, their voice was heard, and they start, you know, kind of finagling some positions on here and then put some names on here that's supposed to be for respectability. So people won't take this as a total joke. But how can you bring Haney on deck, keep Lomachenko, and remove Jermell Charlo when Jermell Charlo has the same amount of belts as Haney and what Josh Taylor had? The ones that's on the back end, Dimitri Bivol and Gervonta Davis, are the ones that's not holding those cachet of hardware. I'm just curious to who and what and why, is making these decisions. If y'all voting on these damn positions, what's gonna happen when Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fight? All right, they're finally on the calendar. So Bud goes in here and beat Errol, who sits at number 4. Is that going to move him in front of Naoya Inoue? Is Bud Crawford going to take up a slot in front of Oleksandr Usyk? How is that going to work? Because even when Anthony Joshua was a unified heavyweight champion, he wasn't on the pound for pound list over here. But Oleksandr Usyk received credit for somehow, some way, when he defeated Joshua, based off his cruiserweight undisputed, they put him on a pound for pound list. They put him on a pound for pound list. Now, let's also talk about Inoue, the Japanese superstar, right? If you want to go off last opponents, when it comes down to Errol Spence Errol Spence losing to freaking Terrence Bud Crawford. I know you thought I almost slipped up, but I didn't. I caught myself. Errol Spence losing to Bud Crawford, right? Is he a worthy enough opponent to get him in front of Naoya Inoue, being that Inoue last opponent was Paul Butler for the WBO bantamweight title? Is that enough? Is that shit enough? Is that enough, bro? If we're talking about last opponents, is it enough that they're going to say, okay, well, he not only defeat, Errol Spence that was on the pound for pound list, but Spence is number 4. He's behind Crawford. But yet, if we want to go off the last opponent that Spence fought, Yordenis Ugas. They're not going to give Bud too much credit to say, yeah, that's enough. That's enough stock to move him in front of Inoue. But then we can also addition the fact that he fought Paul Butler for the WBO world title to become bantamweight undisputed. You feel me? So we could say Yordenis Ugas, Paul Butler. But if you want to talk about last opponents with Terrence Crawford, it'll be Errol Spence, who's been on the pound for pound list. So I think that's enough, being that both of these fighters are multi-division champions, for Terrence Crawford to move in front of Inoue on this list, based off his last opponent, who's been campaigning on the pound for pound list forever and a day. Paul Butler wasn't on this pound for pound list. He wasn't even sniffing it. Not only that, I can also addition the fact that Crawford should be in front of Oleksandr Usyk, because he too was formerly undisputed, and also about to be 2-time undisputed. And you know what that says. You know what that's going to be like. You hold that award. It's absolutely no doubt whatsoever that him becoming 2-time undisputed, apart from everything I talked about, the last opponent criteria or whatever it takes for these fighters to make adjustments up and down this pound for pound list, 2-time undisputed should have Crawford sitting in front of Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk, yes, he was formerly cruiserweight undisputed and current reigning heavyweight unified champion. If we're talking about Anthony Joshua, he wasn't on the pound for pound list prior to, but Oleksandr Usyk didn't need him for that. Errol Spence was on the pound for pound list. Yes, sir. Paul Butler wasn't on the pound for pound list, but it was enough for Inoue to still hold down the top 3 slot. So what else can we add to that? Well, 2-time undisputed is enough to surpass Inoue, and it's enough to surpass Oleksandr Usyk, in my opinion. If we're just basically sifting through debris to try to find out what some gold nuggets, on how do we adjust these fighters' name in the pound for pound list, I think that goes without saying. When this man becomes 2-time undisputed, nobody on this list could touch him. That's why I started off with the last opponent, because stuff, criteria isn't making sense when it comes down to it. It's not making sense as to why some of these fighters are where they at. And what's the expiration date for these faces being on here? What's the expiration date, man? We have multi-division champions. Alexander Usyk, a multi-division champion. Inoue, a multi-division. Terrence Crawford, multi-division. Canelo Alvarez, a multi-division. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about the top 5, man. True Media Today, USA Boxing, Coach Malachi on deck. What's good? What's good? What's good? Salute to you, Coach. King Mitch on deck. What's good? Loma's the new Triple G as far as the pound for pound list goes. To G's credit, he kept a belt and had one controversial loss. Loma been beat 3 times. Tank is better than Loma. Well, we have to find that out somehow, some way. I don't think we ever will. Not in the next 2 to 3 years, because there's no need for Tank to fight Loma, who's coming off a freaking loss to Devin when Devin's the freaking undisputed champion. It's almost like fighting down. You know what I'm saying? No matter how they try to play this shit, the strings is popped on this fiddle. They continue to put Lomachenko in front of the boxing viewership of the fans on these pound for pound lists, like just throw it in your face and say, hey, you can't do nothing about it. We put him up here. What are you going to do? We like him, and we're going to keep him here and have you talking about it. I would like to, ask Dougie Fisher, like, what is keeping Lomachenko on the pound for pound list, brother? It makes no sense on why he's on the pound for pound list. This man has 3 defeats. It doesn't matter if all of them was championship fights. Lomachenko has 3 defeats. And not only that, his record isn't truly authenticated. The depiction of his fights is absolutely inaccurate when it comes to the numbers. He should have 8 more fights added to his freaking box rec. He was over there fighting in the WSB. And they didn't even want to record the fights. Even though he won all his fights, they didn't even want to record the fights. They wanted to make sure they was going to give him a trial run over there. They gave him a trial run. How many fights do you need? 396-1. How many freaking fights do you need to prove that you're ready for the professional ranks? And then look, check this out with Lomachenko. He gets a freaking care package from Top Rank, signs with Top Rank. He gets a care package to become a professional on a recorded basis. He has his first fight and then steps in there his second professional fight against Orlando Salido. Salido knows damn well what's going on, and he says, no, I'm not following the script. I'm not going to be your dancing puppy. Fuck that. I'm not from where you at. I'm not built like that. My people know where I'm from. They won't respect me if I lay down for you. So they was trying to bring this man after 8 professional fights. They was trying to bring this man into the professional ranks on BoxRec and have him do something no other fighter has ever done before. The only other fighter prior to that was 3 professional fights. He became champion. But they tried to get Loma with the ultimate care package to come in here in his second professional fight and fight for a title and beat Orlando Salido, and it didn't work. So he's always had the favoritism in his court. They always showed this man love. They still did all the way up to the Devin Haney fight. They always showed this man. Even when this man said the judges was paid off and he made excuses for losing to Teofimo Lopez, they always showed Lomachenko the love. Always. How is that possible? Why can't anybody else get this type of preferential treatment, this favoritism, this biasness? Something tells me if Castaño beat Mel Charlo, he would have had a permanent place on the list. These lists are bogus. I agree with you. How can Jermell Charlo be absent? How can there be a vacancy of an undisputed champion? And from my understanding, he is the only current reigning defending undisputed champion that's not in attendance on this list. Coach, could you please do me a favor and ask Dougie, teach us how to Dougie when it comes to this pound for pound list. We don't understand it. How can they remove Jermell Charlo? Why? Why? Because if you're saying because he's been inactive, whereas other fighters has been inactive, like Josh Taylor's been inactive over a year. Errol Spence been inactive for over a year. There's other fighters that's been inactive. How in the hell Jermell Charlo get move off this list? I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, I am going to help you identify some too. So let's look at Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Davis. That's 4 black fighters. That's the most black fighters I've seen on the list in a while. And then you add Jermell Charlo, that would have been 50-50. You know what I'm saying? 50-50. It would have been 5 black American fighters now on the Ring Mag pound for pound list, and then a mixture of the other 5. I'm just saying. So somebody asked, I think it was Feliciano. He said, how can Canelo be in front of Bivol and Bivol beat Canelo? Well, if numbers don't lie, regardless if Dimitri Bivol has an undefeated record or not, his credentials doesn't outweigh that of Canelo Alvarez. We can start from the divisional accomplishments. Divisional accomplishments, Canelo Alvarez has won more championships in the division. He's a 4-weight world champion. All right. Okay. Moving on to step number 2. We can look at what he's currently reigning defending in the super middleweight division. All right. If we want to add that as number 2, yes, he beat the man in his weight class, not at his current weight class. Though Canelo did have a championship at 175 back in the day, you still look at what he's currently holding, his active status as an undisputed world champion in super middleweight division. You have to factor that in. You have to factor that in. You have to factor all that in. And then third, you have to factor in the point that Canelo has been on the pound for pound list a long time before Bivol even was considered to be placed on the pound for pound list. And if he wouldn't have fought Canelo Alvarez, they wouldn't have had no consideration to place this man on the pound for pound list. That's just my opinion. So I can see why Canelo, just like you have Lomachenko hanging out, just like Devin. Let's just say Josh Taylor and Devin Haney. I can give you a juxtaposed analogy on this too. Josh Taylor's last opponent was Jack Catterall, right? Right. So his last opponent after Jose Ramirez was Jack Catterall, and that was his first defense of his titles. You look at Devin Haney; he had 2 fights in Australia, and one of those fights was a title defense, and also he just had his second title defense, his titles against freaking Vasily Lomachenko. So if you want to weigh that too, Devin Haney's defending his undisputed titles more times than Josh Taylor. It don't matter if it's once or twice. He defended his titles more times than Josh Taylor. Isn't that enough criteria to move him in front of Josh Taylor? It is. It is. It is. Real talk. It is, bro. Cooking with Sir Senior. What's good? What's good? But see, that's the wild part about this whole thing. I don't understand this pound for pound list at all. When it comes down to it, I don't understand it at all. It's quite confusing. Y'all hold on for a second. So from my understanding, I just got a text. Appreciate that, Blunts. I just got a text that if they haven't already came on yet, that they're going to be joining. Hold on for a second. Let me see. So from my understanding, Crawford and Spence is going to be joining First Take. That's going to be interesting. And I like it, though. If they are joining First Take, I like it because the news just dropped and these two fighters are going to be on First Take at the same time. I like it, man. Seriously, I like it. They're getting it off the ground. They're moving and grooving right now. I like that. I like that. I hope I didn't miss it. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get back around to it. I hope I didn't miss it, though. You know? Okay. Let me check and see how this all and what was said right quick. If y'all be patient. Let me see what they're talking about. I have to. Let me see. Y'all hold on for a minute. I'm about to pull this up. Let's see. Let's listen in, y'all.
On July 29th in a 4-belt unification bout. That fight and now officially scheduled July 29th at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. And if you prefer to watch it at home, of course, you can catch it on Showtime pay-per-view. Crawford comes in undefeated at 39-0 with 30 knockouts. He holds the WBO welterweight crown. Spence is 28-0 and has the IBF, WBC, and WBA titles. And again, that fight, it's now officially going down July 29th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and you can watch it at home as well on Showtime pay-per-view. And we have the host of the Morning Combat.
Best fighters on the planet Earth. Welterweight champions Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. They've announced that they'll fight one another for the undisputed welterweight crown July 29th in Las Vegas. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, welcome to First Take. Errol, let's start with you here. I mean, what the hell took this fight so long to happen? We've been waiting years for this. How excited are you about it, and why did it take so long, Errol?
I mean, great things take time. I mean, we both were going through, negotiations and things, but we here now. So all this stuff in the past, just the present, we here, we fighting each other. May the best man win. I feel like this is the best fight, welterweight fight of the last probably 40 years. This is the fight of the decade. The best versus the best.
Terrence Crawford, how do you feel about the fact that the fight is finally here? We know how great you are. 39-0 in your career with about 30 KOs. We know how elite you are. We know how elite Errol is. We know you've been wanting this for a long time, Terrence. How difficult has it been to wait for this fight, and how are you feeling now that it's here?
Oh, it's been very difficult, as you know. It's been frustrating. but I'm excited. I'm happy. You know, the fans is happy. Everybody's happy. You know, we here now. You know, and I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best fighter on the planet. And everybody need to tune in July 29th to watch me, Errol Spence, go out there and put on a tremendous show.
Errol Spence, a lot of people look at you and they've said you've been the natural welterweight. As a matter of fact, people have wondered whether or not you was going up to junior middleweight on several occasions because you were considered the bigger guy. They've been waiting for this fight for a long time, but they felt, at least at some point years ago, that Terrence might have been a little bit smaller, or too small for you because he was coming up from the junior welterweight division. Want to know your...
The first time you made a sale online,
about what you think of Terrence Crawford and why and how do you think you're going to win this fight?
I'm a man of my word. Like I said, people thought I was gonna move up, but just like I told him when we encountered each other in Oklahoma, I said I'm gonna get these belts on my side and I'm gonna come take yours. And you know, this is where we at now, and I stood on that. Even if it was leaving me standing out the ring a whole year, they trying to get me to fight other people. It's the fight I wanted, so I stuck to my guns. It was like, I'm not fighting until I fight Terrence Crawford, so my team got it going. With me, I feel like my style is basically, you know, I'm not gonna say perfect, but it's very good. I got the jab. You know, I feel like I might be the stronger opponent. Great body shots. He has great talent, great skills, but I feel like my ability, my will, and my all around just being the better fighter, I'm going to beat him.
Terrence, he just finished saying that he wanted to be a man of his word, that he promised you before he moved on from the welterweight division, if that were to ever occur.
I just want to break in between this. You know, once again, appreciate the drop there, Big Blunts and Boxing. Thanks for dropping that in my mailbox. Looking at both of these fighters, of course, Terrence has the old school, you know, he's letting his hair grow out a little bit. He looking like he ready. I'm just going off energy. You know, Errol looks like, you know, he's a little bit, you know, uncomfortable. Not so much the interview, but maybe, you know, other things that may be going on. I don't know. But, you know, Crawford, if you're going off facial expressions, mannerisms, you know, Crawford seems like he's a bit more comfortable, you know, where he at right now as far as fight camp and everything, and where he's been for the last several weeks. When Spence still look like he's holding weight, y'all. You can tell he's way bigger than Crawford when you're talking about holding weight. And to drastically shed all that off, you know, I'm not even gonna get into it right now. We got plenty of weeks ahead of us to do it. But you know, he said his style is not perfect. No, your style ain't perfect for somebody like Crawford.
That he was going to get those 3 belts and come and then take yours. First, how
I
do
ain't
you feel
promised him. I promised the fans. I promised
my bad. You promised the fans. How do you feel about him having made that promise and lived up to that promise? And what do you think you're going to do to Errol Spence Jr. July 29th?
Well, I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, I've been wanting this fight. Everybody been knowing I've been wanting this fight. He said he was going to take the easy route and go, you know, handle what he had to handle. And he did that. So now, you know, he got to live up to his word and coming to take this belt. You know, the last one is always the hardest one. And I assure you, it won't be like none of the other fights. You know, he believe in his style. I believe in my style. You know, it's going to be a great fight. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Terrence, a lot of us been talking about Errol for years because obviously he's undefeated and he's a champion. He's got 3 belts. We know how great he is. Even though we all recognize that you are great, there have been times when you and I have run across one another, when I've seen you talking to other people, and you seem to wear this belief on your shoulders, on your sleeves, that cats don't believe in me as much as they should. Do you feel this fight is like career defining for you? You've got to win this fight in spectacular fashion for you to get the respect you believe that you deserve?
Well, it's always like that. Every fight is you know, like that for me. Every fight is meaningful. Every fight is, I need to win this fight. And I'm, 100% certain Errol feel the same. So, there's a lot riding on this fight. This is the biggest fight in boxing in decades, So, of course, I want to go out there and put on a tremendous show and win in spectacular fashion. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm ready to go next week if it was need be.
We know.
But at the same time, everything, has its time. The sun shine on everybody. And, the sun gonna shine on me July 29th.
I'll throw this question out to both y'all, and Errol, I'll ask you first. We talk about the welterweight division here. You talked about, Errol, you just said something, Errol, a few minutes ago when you talked about this being maybe the greatest fight in the welterweight division in the last 40 years or something. Well, let me remind you of some of those fights. We got Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy the Hitman Hearns. We had Hearns versus Roberto Duran. We had somebody, even though Pepino Cuevas ain't on that level, he was still good and he was a champion until Hearns put him to sleep in 2 rounds. We saw Alexis Aguilo versus Aaron Pryor. We've seen a whole bunch of great welterweight fights.
And this fight up there with all of them.
Definitely.
When people talk about this fight, they're going to say Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. They're going to say Alexis Aguilo, all that. This fight up there with all of them.
Where I was going was, it is right now on paper. But when you get in that ring, 2 undefeated fighters that's capable of knocking you out are going up against one another. So give us a taste of what we should expect to see July 29th based on the history that I just threw your way.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You see Terrence Crawford, you see his body of work, you see my body of work when I get in the ring. Yeah, everybody already know. As soon as I get in the ring, I'm stepping. And I expect him to step too. We're going to put on a great show and a great performance. This is a throwback fight for me. I feel like this is a throwback fight.
Do you feel you need a knockout in this fight to send the kind of message you want to send to the public about how great you are as a champion?
What? Be careful.
Errol.
Be careful, Errol. Be careful.
Not necessarily need a knockout,
Exactly.
but it's something that, if it happens, I definitely
You'll be shocked.
to it.
You'll be
But
shocked.
if I do get the knockout, that'd be great. If I don't, hey, that's cool too, as long as I get the victory. And I feel like watching my fights, all my fights are exciting. So it's definitely going to be an exciting fight, action-packed fight. And I'm willing to put on a great show, great performance.
Terrence, is that where you are as well? A win is a win? Or do you feel like you need a knockout in order to send the kind of message you want to send to boxing fans everywhere about how elite you truly are?
Whatever be the case, I think it's a failed experiment. I don't think he can get back to being that elite player.
Greeny, you just asked the right question.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the rest of that for another show instead of putting it on the back end of this pound for pound, because I definitely have some takes on it. But since it was out there, I said, why not just insert it into the live stream or whatever. But you heard what they said. We're gonna cook on this. Definitely, the Hot Grease Chronicles is gonna be coming up from here all the way up to fight date. You know how that goes. Like I said before, it's good to see both of these fighters real talk on TV, especially on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith, getting it off out the blocks and into the living rooms of the viewership to build this fight up. I like it. They letting these fighters do the walking and they letting them do the talking. I like it. I like it. This is going to do great numbers. They're already out in front of the viewing public. They're already out here, bro. They're already on ESPN already. I like it. You know what I'm saying? They already here. You know what I'm saying? And they talking. So it's only going to get better and better, in my opinion. I'm just curious to know when they're going to have the first presser and so forth. But I'm telling you, people, those of you that follow the sport just more recently in a short period, or those who's been following for an extensive period, all I'm saying is Errol's in trouble, bro. That's all I'm telling you all. He's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Bud Crawford did say he can go next week. That's a problem. If the man is ready to go next week, and Errol is just looking up there like, I had to come stop in and do an interview. I was busy up here eating shit, motherfucking funnel cake special with some chocolate milk. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's able to cut this weight because he don't seem happy. He ain't smiling. He don't have that same demeanor he had on the rocks. You know what I'm saying? We want to smile. We want them cheekbones to rise because you about to go in there and get this beaten. Be happy about that shit. You know what I'm saying? This what you made there, Spence. You made the declaration that you wanted to be welterweight world champion. But yet the easy route ruined you. You put it out to the world. That was the route you wanted to take. You took the route knowing damn well you had one more belt that was going to be your toughest to date. You knew that shit, bro. And you still took the easy route. And now you're in a dilemma. You're not the same person you was when you fought Sean Porter. Now you got to take that and everything else was stepping in there with the baddest man in boxing right now. Pound for pound best. You know what I'm saying? You know it's going to be an uphill climb. You talking about you going to come out stepping? It's going to take more than stepping, bro. It's going to take your hands to get your ass off that canvas. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take more than you just coming forward. My jab, I got that jab. It's going to take more than a JAB. More than a JAB, bro. It's going to take more than a JAB. It's going to take more than a 1-1. It's going to take more than a 1-1, bro. You doubling up on the jab all you want. It's all good. That shit may work, for a good 60 seconds or whatever, a filling out process. But, bro, you don't look happy. You look uncomfortable as hell. Bud up there looking like he about to head to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And if that was a true backdrop and not a green screen, this dude's in Vegas, bro. Man, Errol Spencer's in trouble, man. He's in trouble. So I've seen you say EJ scared, and that might work in his hands, or it might turn him into sushi. Bro, that mother already looking like calamari already, man. You know what I'm saying? He already looking like some goddamn fresh calamari. For real. They already done chopped him up, man. And I'm gonna goddamn throw his ass in the grease then from here all the way up to fight week. That dude looking like a goddamn fresh batch of calamari ready to be cooked. And we're gonna help him out. You know what I'm saying? For real. Bud's talking with confidence. You feel me? He's talking with confidence. He's talking like, man, I ain't worried about nothing. I'll be on weight. I've been in the gym. And then, like I mentioned previously, I like how they pretty much kept the negotiations, a lot more confidential. And it really saved a lot of rhetoric that was going on out here. You know what I'm saying? I hear people talking about, Bud Crawford finally, stepping to face Errol Spence. It wasn't no finally. When you look at the numbers, just like they said on First Take, some things you can't rush. And if they still want to play the blame game, then we have to help these children understand what grown folks are thinking about. The grown folks in this boxing shit is thinking about the fight. That's what we talking about. We're not coming up with fairy tales and talking about, oh, well, Crawford's still ducking. Any one of you dumbass niggas out there still talking about ducking, you need help. You need help, man. If you're still talking about ducking and you're still talking about freaking contracts and proposals and term sheets, you're still talking about Avanesian fight, and this dude is already on tap via BoxRec. Let me bring that shit back up. Let me bring this shit back up. It's on BoxRec now. It's absolutely official. It is on BoxRec that this fight is going down. So if you still talk about David Avanesian, a fight that happened December 2022, man, you prove what I say, man. Y'all schizo, man. Y'all got mental health issues going on. Y'all got mental health issues going on. Get help for yourself before it gets too late. Because I want you to be healthy to see this ass whooping take place come July, bro. Y'all niggas need to be happy. Y'all need to be healthy, man. Seriously. Y'all need to understand what you are witnessing. I wish y'all nothing but the best moving forward. For real. I want y'all to be properly prepared. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you don't want to watch the fight, make an appointment a day prior and get your eyes dilated. You know what I'm saying? Just basically imagine. Just listen to the audio a little bit. If you don't want to see it play out in front of you, just get your eyes dilated and just sit up in there and look like Ray Charles and just say, yeah, baby. He was right. WCS is right, baby. Yeah. God damn, for what I'm hearing right now, Errol getting that ass beat. God damn. Yeah, baby. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know he was going to put it on him like that. God damn, baby. He whooping his ass based off what I'm hearing. God damn. Man, all this time I'm putting that supporting Spence. Shit. All I hear is punch after punch after punch. Down goes Spence. Down goes Spence. 4, 5, 6. We're not having Jack Reese count. Matter of fact, let me take that back. Let them have Jack Reese count. Give them a 13. Let's have Jack Reese on deck. Give him a 13. I want to get up. I want this to be as definitive as possible. Yes, I want this to be as definitive as possible. I want him to get a long count so he can get back up, and so that Bud Crawford can continue to put this man into retirement. The more and more they let the fight go on, and they give them a slow count, the better it would be for him to hang up the gloves and say, hey, I didn't want to say this before the fight, but that was my last fight. And shout out to Bud Crawford. I knew he was going to be a tough one. I knew it was going to be the toughest challenge of the date. But shout out to him. He showed me something that I didn't think he had in him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he beat my ass straight up. He beat my ass, man. So I'm gonna go and take care of my horses. I got paid pretty good this fight. I'm gonna take some time off. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I have any words for anybody, Jamel Charlo, don't fuck with this nigga. Errol Spence is gonna warn Jamel Charlo, don't fuck with this nigga, man. Don't fuck with him, Jamel. Hey, Derek, lock the doors, close the windows, nigga. Because goddamn Terrence done called out Jamel Charlo, man. The media is on their way, man. I seen him on the highway, man. I seen him at the highway, man, picking up some coffee and everything, man. I seen them. They on their way up to Texas, man. Don't do it, Mel. Don't do it. This dude is the truth. I was about to say Terrence Crawford changed his whole voice for that question. Hey, man, Terrence looked relaxed. I know it's just TV, but you can tell a lot of someone's demeanor, especially when you're weight cutting. We've seen it with Ryan Garcia, right? We've seen it with Ryan Garcia. He was agitated. You know what I'm saying? He was short tempered. I'm not saying Errol's short tempered, but you know, he just had that look on his face like he has a tall task in front of him when it comes down to this weight cut. He's still bigger than Spence. I mean, bigger than Crawford. You can see it. You can see it in his whole freaking face that he's weighing more than Crawford right now. Crawford looks like he's probably like high 150s. Errol looks like he's 180s. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm wishing both fighters the best in the weight cut. I'm glad to see them out here walking it, putting in the media time. I like it. I really do for both fighters. I like that they're out here on ESPN First Take already, and then I can't imagine where else they're gonna be in weeks to come. But I can tell you like this: I think Errol's gonna lock in a lot more than Bud because, like he admitted, he has been known to say, "Okay, I have this many weeks fight camp," and that's how he gauged. That's how he splits up the calendar on days he should take it real serious and days he shouldn't take it real serious. You know what I'm saying? Dude has a freaking hell of a challenge ahead of him outside the ring, even to make it to the weigh-ins, and then rehydrate to go in there and hopefully, you know, he's able to maintain an engine. His submissions stand up to Terrence Bud Crawford. It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be mayhem up in there. I don't believe, you know, I don't deny the fact that this has all the potential. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like it's building up the way it should now. People talking about it. You know, and then those aerosexuals, they still out there coming up with lies. And this is grown ass man. It's just amazing that they still talking as if it's 2022, nigga. Like we passed that shit, man. Get over it. Yeah, give him that porter pod, you know, that porter pod freaking treatment. Bud said I'm ready to fight next week. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get that same response from Errol Spence Jr. He didn't let us know that he was ready to fight next week. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give us that response. He was ready to fight. Tell him that boy good. Shout out to Yoda on deck. Yoda said that the air is different in Omaha. You got to be different from Nebraska Hills. I see. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by the demeanor. You can tell how freely Terrence Crawford was just expressing himself. He said, I'm ready to fight next weekend. You know, he had to catch himself. He's about to drop the N-bomb on her and call Spence a nigga. I'm ready to fight next week, Nick. I mean, brother, why you bullshitting? You look like you in discomfort. You act like DJ called you up and say, hey, man, we got to go out here and run 2 miles today, man, to get your body back into it. It looked like he just got off the phone arguing with Derrick James about 2 miles. 2 miles? Nigga, what? Already? Let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got about 9 weeks left, DJ. DJ. Hey, DJ. Man, come on. 2 miles. You want me to run 2 miles at the beginning of the camp, man? Fuck that, man. Hell no, man. You ain't doing that shit to me, man. I'm not gonna run 2 miles so I get halfway through this motherfucker slowly and gradually. You know what I'm saying? You saying I got 4 days? How the hell you want me to do 4 days in this bitch? They're gonna tell him, hey, listen, nigga, I ain't here to argue with you. We've been down this road before. I've been with you before you had the goddamn titles, and I've been with you while you had the titles. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you some true as I possibly could tell you. Did you see how that nigga Terrence Crawford looked on camera? He looks like he's ready to fight tomorrow. And then I look over at you, and you look like, when my next meal? What we having? Are we having pork chops, mashed potatoes, and some goddamn wild long grains, wild rice? And do I still get to eat 2 carbs a meal? I need 2 carbs, man. I love my carbs, man. Give me some carbs. You know, and look, the nutrition is about to extract them carbs from Arrow. They're about to extract them carbs from. Can I get some carbs? I need some carbs, nigga. I'm tired. I'm mad than a motherfucker, boy. Arrow's about to be mad. When he got that fight they announced, that nigga said, "Oh shit, damn." Can I just get one more burger with fries, man? Give me the crinkle fries with the Cajun seasoning on them. Give me that, man. I gotta have one more. And I want that cherry slushy too. Yeah, I'm gonna take me a slushy too. Give me an apple pie with that. This is my last one, DJ. Man, stop tripping, man. Move. Leave me alone. Stop tripping. Give me 2 apple pies, man. I'm gonna take one because I like eating when I go to sleep. I'm gonna take one home, hide it on my pillow and shit. Yeah, give me 2 apple pies. Yeah. That nigga about to cut carbs. Look, Arrow's about to cut carbs, y'all. He's about to cut carbs. That's a miserable feeling. When you start to downsize your carbs, oh, it's a miserable feeling. Your levels change. You so irritated. Oh my God. I just can't wait for the moment. July 29th. Hell, I can't wait for the moment. July 29th. It's coming. It's coming fast in a hurry, goddammit. You aerosexuals, stay your ass right here online. Do not deactivate your accounts. Stay y'all punk ass right here online because we're gonna have something to talk about after this over. Don't think I'm gonna show up in your chat and shit so you can block me and all. No. Be a man about it now. Be a man about it. Because all that shit you've been talking, man, now it's over. It's no more talking, no more ducking, no more dodging. You know what I'm saying? No more ducking, no more dodging. The fight is being made, and your boy don't look like he happy. He don't look like he happy at all. Nigga said just one more order of fries. For real, man. Just one more, man. That Cajun seasoning on them. Put some more on there. Well, sir, you sure? That's very. Put some more on that motherfucker. God damn, I'm gonna eat them anyway before I get to the crib. Damn. Grown ass man can't get Cajun fries, nigga. Mr. Pass on deck, what's good? Bud looks so happy up there, dog. Errol was talking about his style. He said, I got the jab. Like, nigga, what else do you have? For real, isn't that what Ryan Garcia was telling Tank, that he got the left? You know, Tank said, you know, man, you don't have shit else, you know, than the left. And then Garcia said, that's maybe all I need. Wrong. It's gonna take more than a jab there, Errol. And then I think he uttered that he think he's the stronger fighter. See that doubt right there. I pay attention to that language. He didn't say he was the stronger fighter. He's not sure of him being the stronger fighter. You know what I'm saying? When people say I think, vice what they know, I don't think he believes a lot of what he's saying right now. Now, I don't put too much emphasis on the jab. It is good for just light banter, you know, to make fun of shit. But I wouldn't tell nobody everything I got. At this point in time, both fighters know pretty much what the basic skill set of their opponent is. You know what I'm saying? But there's been some members, and you know who you are. There's been some members that said Bud is the dumbest fighter in boxing. He doesn't use all his skills. He's stupid. He's not smart. And I just always been on record as saying that's kind of genius for him not to use all his skills, but yet he continued to knock motherfuckers clean out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's puzzling to them. Like, dude, I wanted to put this screenshot up with his entire welterweight resume. I really wanted to show what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? From the TKOs to the KOs, baby, it don't matter. They both didn't go the distance. Whether it's a TKO, KO, neither one of them went the distance. But I can tell you about that goddamn that kind of tangerine, that schedule bout right there. Them aerosexuals don't know what to do with themselves right now, y'all. This shit just got real. Seriously. All the talk is gonna be put to rest. All these aerosexuals have been out here making up all these lies about, Bud not wanting to fight, he ducking. Nigga, the fight is here. It's scheduled now. All we need for Arrow to make weight. You need to start hyping your boy up to be motivated to hit the road and run those 1 mile or 2 miles or 3 miles. And we ain't talking about on the treadmill either. We need to see him out there in them Texas roads. Because like Yoda said, goddamn Bud out there in the Nebraska air. He in the mountains. He has better cardio than Spence. Let's not get it twisted, bro. The wild part about what I look back on and reflect is when I used to hear people saying that Errol Spence wasn't taking boxing serious, but yet, just like Errol mentioned on his live, he said he can go in here without being 100% and still dog walk Danny Garcia, right? And I used to listen to people talk about, and they used to brag. They was braggadocious about Spence saying, imagine this. As much as he was doing, and he's still fighting on the highest level and taking out his opponents, and he was still out there drinking. That's a bad man. Okay. I even look, I've been on record saying, I said, well, if we got the Spence before the one that stepped in there and fought Sean Porter, okay, I would have liked to have that Spence without the accident and all that, okay? Because that's the one they bragged about. You know what I'm saying? Every time ETB talk, the nigga with the shank, the nigga with the shank, the nigga with the shank, the nigga with the shank. I don't know what's infatuation about the shag, but I dare him to wear that shag because that's going to be more cushioning with his head bounce off the canvas. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen to ETB, goddamn, have your boy grow that shag out, homie. I know you love that shag. You say the nigga with a shag. Have him grow out that motherfucking shag. It's going to be more cushioning when he land up there and the referee serenading his ass. 6. Boom, boom, boom. 7. Bing, bong, boom, boom, boom. 8. Kitty boo, pop, pop, da, dee, 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 da. Scat, scat. I'm telling you, you better get with your boy and tell him to grow that shag out now. Because that was when that was supposed to be Errol Spence's most dangerous. But listen, they said this man got away with it. He still competed at a high level. And they consider him to be a different type individual because he was able to get away with it. He was able to pretty much continue to stay undefeated and then work his way in there with Kell Brook and all that. Okay, I get it. But they end up biting him in the ass, right? So now when it comes to the debates that's going to be going on, they're still going on, but we're talking about new content. We're talking about what's new, July 29th. If you hear a Spence fan talk about the fight that's coming up, they are speaking as if they're trying to force themselves to believe what they're actually saying. It's not meant for you to listen to it and say, okay, I understand, and you nod your head. They're speaking as if you believe it if you believe it, or you don't, because I'm just talking. I don't believe my goddamn self. It seems like every time I hear one of these niggas talk, they're speaking just to rile up the listener. They're not speaking with confidence as if they're truly understanding. They're checking the box that Spence can go ahead and beat Crawford. They just saying stuff like, if you listen to their temperament, the tone, they so mad. Like, how can you be mad? And the last several months, all y'all been doing is talking about Crawford. Why are these niggas so angry? I can tell you why. These niggas are so angry because they don't even believe within themselves with total confidence that Errol Spence, who he is, who he's been, is enough to go in there and put on a display, to put on performance, to go in there and collect that WBO strap. They don't believe it, y'all. That's why they're so angry. Like I tried to have a dialogue with these aerosexuals. It's just damn near impossible. It's almost like it's not speaking a foreign language, but it's almost like speaking to a foreign entity. It's almost like I ran into an alien that was parked. And I was like, damn, that nigga, that shit hovering off the ground like that. I pull up on that and tap on the window. Hey, man, you good? Motherfucker stick his long ass neck out. I say, you good, nigga? And then we'll just look at you and turn their head. Man, I'm out this bitch, man. You're not even goddamn understanding what I'm saying, man. Fuck that. I'm out, bro. You look weird as shit, man. I'm out. That's what you get from aerosexuals, bro. They so fucking angry. But yet they have put out hundreds of videos on what Bud Crawford didn't do, what he needs to do, what they believe him to have done. They believe he was a ducker and all this other shit. They so angry, bro. And I'm asking myself, how in the fuck these niggas can be so fucking angry and you all roll around in a herd talking the same shit? You're making money off this, man. You just feel comfortable. But like I always call y'all out, y'all did the shit because you know the fight wasn't happening anytime soon. So you got away with it. You played the motherfucking game. Now the whole board's done changed. Now we talking about checkers to chess. There's a whole nother setup. There's no fooling the crowd and all these damn gullible listeners that be tuned in. The fight date is in yellow, bro. It's on BoxRec. So you can't go here and fake the funk no more. Nigga, you can say what you want about what he didn't do with Avanesian. Nobody gives a flying fuck about what Avanesian had going on back then. That fight is in the books. Do you see? That's why I cropped this motherfucker. So y'all niggas can see what BoxRec says about Avanesian. What does BoxRec say? KO. 6-round KO, man. That was December 10th, 2022. Not 23, 22. Not 23, 22. So motherfuckers deal with it. Y'all niggas need to change it up. Y'all too angry. Y'all niggas too angry, bro. Y'all are some angry individuals, man. If you that angry, go to Vegas so you can watch the motherfucking brutality play out in person, man. You might have to pay a little bit more money whenever they drop the pay-per-view prices. We'll see. But look, it might be better for you to leave your domicile and take a trip, get on the bird, drop down in Vegas and see it for yourself. The reason why I say that is because some people are in denial. They'll look at it on TV and say, man, somebody photoshopped that shit, man. That wasn't real. Motherfucker photoshopped that shit. No, maybe you need to go see the shit in person. So when you come back, you still have your television, you still have your house intact and everything else, and you didn't goddamn destroy it. That's how I think. Like, I don't want you destroying your whole crib and shit. Holes in the wall. Your head bleeding because you was headbutting that motherfucker. You lost money. You smashed your motherfucking bubble back TV. You know what I'm saying? You just breaking shit that you had for a while now that you know you can't replace. I'm just saying, that's why I want you to get out your domicile, leave your quarters, and get on that bird and go over there so you can see it happen in person. I think that's better. I think that's more healthy. But truth be told, y'all, it's going down, baby. Yes, sir. Bud was on First Take. Yes, sir. I think I'm gonna do just a specific live on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's gonna be about from now all the way until fight week, man. I want to be in the ears and of these aerosexuals all the way. I want to hear what they have to say. I heard Fanon come over here talking some bullshit, as always, that don't make sense. Talking about Bud Crawford finally fighting Errol Spence. Nigga, it ain't no finally anything. Finally, you get to talk about some shit that's relevant. Talk about how Errol Spence has to go in there and prove to the people that he's supposed to be in this position and not that he's been a hype job all this time. You know what I'm saying? Prove to the people he ain't a hype job. Those aerosexuals out there, prove to them he ain't a hype. Don't bring in the accident. Don't bring in the drinking. Don't bring in his emissions. Don't bring in none of that shit. Prove that he ain't a hype job. Prove it. Do live streams and prove to the people that Errol Spence ain't a hype job. Been campaigning in the same division for years upon years. Now it's time to show up. It's time to shut up and show up. Let's see how that works out for him. That's all. That's all I want to see. That's it. Bernie said that the fight is on Bud's mother's born day. What a hell of a gift to the mom who started him off fighting and paying kids to try and beat her. So extended Mother Day and be their gift. Man, come on, Samar. You didn't tell me this fight is on his mom's birthday. Goddamn. You didn't add that shit in there, bro. Man, do you know how much other stuff they got to deal with, bro? No, you didn't say it's on his mother's birthday. You how dare you, man? How dare you put that information out there when the aerosexuals are already distraught as we currently know it? Why? Why, brother? Why? Why would you put this information out to the public and these niggas are running around already on a Friday tipping back paints of freaking Jack Daniels? Why would you do that, bro? God damn. I was just about to say, you know what? There may be hope. But you're trying to say that this fight is on his mother's birthday? The same woman that be in attendance at all his... What are you saying? That even takes it over the threshold. You know what I'm saying? It was people out here giving Errol Spence maybe 3 to 4.5% chance of winning. Now that shit's been erased. His mother's birthday is on fight day. What the fuck? Call off the fight. Throw in the towel, damn it. Throw in the towel, damn it. God damn it. You killing him. Throw in the towel, damn it. Damn. Somebody tell me it ain't true. Somebody tell me it ain't true. Whoa, tell me this can't be true. That his mother's birthday. This can't be true. You're trying to tell me that his mom's birthday is on the fight date. Oh, no. Somebody tell me it's all a lie. Oh, I don't want this to be. Tell me. Please, somebody tell me that ain't true. Tell me somebody you was just bullshit. Please tell me that you were not telling the truth. I need, look, hear me out, bro. I need for you to help me out right now because I'm the one that's behind the mic. I need for you, if you was telling the truth, I need for you to recant and tell a blatant lie that you was bullshit. Because that news right there is even worse. Because the 4.5% chance they had left out in the odds of Errol Spence winning, that has all been since put to bed. It is over. It's over. Period. It's over. Why would you do that? Of all the things of the news breaking, them being on ESPN, why would you do that, brother? Why would you be so malicious, man? Yeah. On a Friday at that. Good Lord. Stickum boys fishing and sport. What's good? Bernie said it last night. Spencer's in hella trouble. But why would Bernie put that out and y'all bring it over here to this chat? Why? Do y'all have a heart? Do y'all niggas have a heart? God damn. Shit, man. It reminds me of that time where Jesus Christ, man. I actually thought it couldn't get any worse. Now all of a sudden the fight date is on his mom's birthday. Ain't that a huh? How's this man supposed to survive in there? Like Crawford, he already gives you that vibe like he's willing to die for his. You know, he's willing to go life and death in the ring. But why did y'all have to bring that information from Bernie that this fight is on his mom's birthday? That is absolutely a death certificate. Now, for those of you that want to debate this, that's going to be out there debating these dudes, first and foremost, I will have my opening statement. I'm talking about for those of you that's choosing to debate this. In your opening statement, you need to let them know that, first of all, I just want to clear the air that he's fighting on his mom's birthday. Now, if you choose to go any further, we're trying to prove that Errol Spence has a chance to win this fight. I'm letting you know that he's fighting on his mom's birthday. That's how the shit has changed. I'm serious. That's how the shit has changed. That's how difficult it's become. This is extremely difficult. I'm just putting it out there. He's fighting on his mother's birthday. We're not talking about the left and right hand. We're not talking about the foot movement. We're not talking about the angles. We're not talking about the defense. We're not talking about the spacing in between fighters. We're not talking about the timing. We're not talking about the power. We're not talking about the combinational sets. We're not just talking about the effective punch output. We're not talking about putting away rounds. We're not talking about any of that. We'll first have to establish the line of departure. The line of departure has his mother's birthday right there. So therefore, for any human being with the name Bud Crawford that's crossing the line of departure into the battlefield, he's already wearing that medal. He's already has that sense of honor with him that he's fighting for those that he loved. I'm not saying he wasn't before, but I didn't know his mom's birthday was there. I didn't know his mom's birthday was freaking on the fight date. God damn. Yeah, somebody better get in contact with Lucifer. This shit about to get dark. Somebody better call Satan up. It's about to get dark up in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie. It's about to get super dark. It's already been fired. This is all bad. This is all bad, Shawty. Shag, I thought the Shag would have gave him some wind resistance, you know, some certain punches he's gonna have to slip underneath and everything. He'll be able to do a little bit, you know. No, he don't have a chance, man. Period. He don't have a chance, man. Why would y'all do that shit, man? Man, real talk, man. I feel some type of way, man. It's Friday too. My whole weekend is fucked up right now because I may be the witness to a homicide now. I just rather you kept the information to yourselves and not include me in on this shit, man. It's almost like snitching, man. Y'all niggas come over here, snitch, and drop a birthday. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Now I gotta watch the fight, and shit might go left, and motherfucker may never fight. Now I'm a witness. That's crazy, dog. Sean Porter almost beat Errol Spence. Let's not forget that if Sean Porter left hook would have landed first, he would have won. Bud fight where Porter got stopped. Well, we all know that when they talk about man down and everything, you know, his left hook did not drop Porter. He didn't lay him out on his back. Porter's glove touched the canvas. It was just whoever was looking out for him that day was looking out for freaking Spence. That's all I can say. He was looking out for him. In the exchange, both fighters was damn near throwing the same punch, and the one landed. You know, just like Caleb Plant and Anthony Durrell. They was both throwing the same punch at the same time. Just Caleb's got there much faster, much swifter, and with a whole lot more mustard on it. You feel me? Maybe Bud did hold his fight up. He wanted to give his mama something special. I can't blame him. Hey, man, I'm about to end this live because I got to really process some shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to send a care package up to Texas because things about to get real bad. Yeah, I'm about to send a care package, man. For real. I'm about to special order a suit for him, some white gloves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just really got to take care of the arrangements and do my due diligence as a volunteer, you know, for Team Crawford. You feel me? So y'all hold this shit down, man. I don't know how to feel about this shit. I don't know how to feel about this because now when it comes to debating and talking about this fight, I already said he was going to get knocked out, but there's no chance that it's no chance at all. It's zero. He's fighting for the honor of his mom. Hey, man, y'all already know what it is, man. This is bad. This is bad. Man, y'all hold that shit down, man. Continue to support the channel, man. The hot grease is going to be on and popping. You know what I'm saying? From here all the way to fight. It's on BoxRec, like I said. It's on BoxRec, man. It's done. It's over. You know, hey, he's done. He's cooking already, bro. Spence is in trouble. Y'all hold y'all head up out there. Man, when y'all walk into these damn battlefields and you got these L-sexuals running around and they sounding all mad, bro, don't take it personal, man. They heard the same news that I just heard. They know, apart from everything else that Crawford possesses, that he's fighting on his mom's birthday.